Everything is my fault. One final thought for the day. I've come to the conclusion that I look a lot like Barney Rubble, and it's making me sad. For me and for you.
Stop.
We took a picture with our friends the other day, and I looked at it, and
Daryl and Jen, we got to
we love you.
this with them.
And I'll show you that picture, and tell me that I don't look like Barney Rubble.
Would you stop?
It's a little bit, no, I'm having a serious moment.
So, hey, Eric.
Oh, hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Here we are, magically find ourselves in the car on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Again. Here we are.
Adjacent day.
Adjacent, yes. Well, it's Saturday.
It's Sunday adjacent.
It's
yes.
Saturday. So last week I lost the disc, so we had to shoot on Saturday morning. This week it's just busy as busyness.
As busy.
And so we didn't have time. So this is actually, we're recording this Saturday afternoon. So this is within 24 hours of when you're seeing it, which makes me unhappy because it means I know I'm going to have to edit it tonight and be tired. But
True.
Start with what's today. Really, if it's Sunday, what is it?
It's Memorial Day.
It's Memorial Day.
Yes.
So, hey, thank you to everyone who, to all of those family members of people who, gave everything for us. It's an important holiday. We truly, truly, truly honor the sacrifice and service. And also, remember that as you enjoy some time. Hopefully you have some time with family and friends. That's good. We'll be at work.
We'll be working.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
And never a complaint, by the way. I want to say that. Sometimes we're like, we're so tired.
We are.
Never a complaint.
We're grateful. We're grateful
my gosh.
to be busy. We know that there are a lot of people who are not, so we are incredibly grateful to be busy.
Yep.
But boy, you know what's calling my name?
What? Well, racetrack?
No.
What?
The Bahamas.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were talking about like the racetrack gas station up there. I was like, Amy, come get some gas.
I have to go to the bathroom. Hang on.
I thought you needed a soda or something.
No.
Okay.
We were just talking about being
the Bahamas,
able to
yes.
relax and spend some time.
We're gonna
so
go.
Can I tell them something? I'm
Please.
gonna tell you something.
Please.
So this is honest to goodness the truth. I cannot escape real estate because I'm doing it all day long, and even when I sleep, my dreams are about real estate.
Yes.
And I would love to take a mental escape. If I can't do it physically here, I would like to do it while I'm sleeping, and I can't do it then.
We're only in the same room when we're in a car or asleep, and she's like, "Are you pre-approved?" Not really.
Speaking of that, though,
that's our pillow talk. Hey, baby, I'm pre-approved. Would that work? That doesn't work. I don't know. I don't think anything works anymore. We're tired. Okay. Hey, so Deer Island over there to the left, we've talked about that before on a previous drive.
Do you feel like this is all deja vu?
Well, this one's going to be deja vu because we're going to the same place we went when I lost the disc. If you joined us last week, I lost the entire video file, so we had to reshoot. So we're going to go back to Johns Lake Landing today because that's a community we really want you to see.
Yes.
And there's a new phase.
Yes.
Want you to see that because in Clermont there are very few better communities than Johns Lake Landing. So we're going to go there. Time permitting, we may show you a thing or two else, but it's a big community, so we'll see.
It is, yeah. We'll just drive around there. Yeah, I do. Sometimes I get the deja vu effect when we're
going to have it today for sure, because I've even got a joke or two that I told, because it was the greatest video ever. I may just repeat them. Just go along with it.
Okay.
When I tell my Jackson Brown joke when we go past the model, just go with it, because it's okay. And we'll all pretend that I didn't say it last week on the hidden tape. Oh, this means we can't use it if I ever find it. But let's be honest, I'm never going to find it. So, hey, we're entering the gate, the tower up there.
So, where are we? We are actually traveling down West Colonial Parkway, Route 50. Hello, Reggie. We are...
Wow.
Okay.
Loudness.
Midlife crisis. Okay, anyway. So, we are entering into Clermont. So, we were just in Winter Garden again. This is very familiar. We've probably driven this in the other videos. But this is the little stretch of Route 50 that again, right back there we were in, Oakland and then in Winter Garden.
You want to hear something cool?
I always.
So this big field over here that you can't really see behind this big van. So this big field right there, that'll be something someday. But right now, you know what it is?
Beautiful.
It's a paraglider airport. Well, so people will pull their trucks into that little opening right there. And you know what a paraglider is? It's basically a go-kart with go-kart with a Well, if I was talking to everyone universally.
Oh, that was a cumulative.
Yes,
question.
A paraglider is like a go-kart with a parachute on it. And so when you accelerate with the thing, you can lift and fly. So every once in a while you see them flying around. They usually at sunset. It's beautiful, and then they land right back there where we were. So
I have seen that before over there.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Is that like that's just a field though? It's not like
no,
designated.
but I'm just saying that's where
it's
they
a little
land
dangerous
a lot.
right next to this busy road, don't you think?
Well,
because if you misjudge, you're either landing in traffic or Lake Apopka.
If you're getting in a go-kart and attaching a
good.
parachute to it, I don't think you're worried about any particular danger. You're sort of like, well, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. By the way, all right. So yeah, we're gonna go through Johns Lake Landing today.
And we're coming to Hartle Road. And how do you know you're at Hartle Road? You in particular. How do you know? Yes.
Oh, I know because it's the Rooms to Go store.
Rooms to Go right there.
That's right.
They have so much of our money.
They do.
But we have so much of their furniture. Aren't you turning? Is that what's going to happen?
Oh, yeah, I'm
I was
sorry.
like, hi.
I don't know.
See you again. A little distracted.
No.
A little distracted, but doing fine. We're doing good.
Stop it. Okay. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna head to Johns Lake Landing. We just got here a lot faster than I thought we would. Anyway, so we are. We're gonna go through the community. We're gonna talk a little bit, but we wanted to talk today about.
Oh yeah. We have a topic.
We do. It's topic.
Hot Topic. It's Hot Topic Sunday.
Isn't that a store? Hot Topic.
Yeah, but for young people.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So I want you to talk to everyone about top 3 mistakes that buyers are making right now because of the market that we're in.
Yes.
We're seeing a lot of mistakes. So tell me the top 3 mistakes, and we'll kind of cover this as we go. We'll talk about houses, we'll talk about other things, and we'll kind of come back to these topics. What's the number 1 mistake buyers are making right now?
Okay, well, there's actually 4. Well, there's a lot more than
Everything is ruined now. My graphics are all shot. I'm kidding. I didn't do anything yet.
So there's 3 distinct ones, but there's one very big general one. The first one is you're not enlisting the help of a realtor soon enough. You're doing some research on your own, which is in many ways is okay and it's helpful, but when you start to reach out, especially if you're talking about new construction, start reaching out on your own before you've talked to a realtor, you could be putting yourself in a pickle.
But it's also, I think too, you end up doing a lot of more work than you have to do.
Right.
Because you're
you're all over
in,
the place.
Yeah, you're looking into things,
right.
And all of a sudden, Amy could have told you, well, no, maybe don't do that because that whole area is going to be closed out by the time you do that. So sometimes people call and they've done all this research and their heart is set on a certain thing, and then
right. So just find your realtor first and kind of use them for hopefully what you're enlisting their help for is their expertise in an area or in what you're looking for. So that's just kind of a very broad one.
Okay, what's number 2?
Money. Pre-approval. It is absolutely imperative, especially in this market, but any market, any time, it's important if you are actively, truly looking for you to be pre-approved. And if you're not actively, truly looking, then don't be looking right now.
Right.
But if you are actively, truly looking, get your pre-approval done. If you have funds with which you're using from investment accounts or retirement accounts or wherever your money is from and you're using some of those funds and they need to be transferred from IRAs, there's time involved with some of that may not work on the timeline that you need to have it accessible and in your account. So
and if I'm a buyer and I'm not pre-approved, what is the danger of that? Like in terms of looking, can I look for houses? Can I shop for something? Can I buy something?
Well, you don't really know how much money you have to spend, and I keep using this little analogy, and maybe it's just because I'm a girl and I like to shop, but it's as though someone is giving you a blank credit card.
Yep.
And we'll talk about these models on our way out.
Okay, cool.
It's like someone gives you a blank credit card and says, go shopping. This is what I need. Go shopping for me. But they don't tell you how much money is on the credit card, so you really don't know where you can shop or what exactly you can buy. And that's kind of key. So it's the same thing with the pre-approval. It lets us know how much money do we have realistically, not in your mind, not in your dream world, not in your own calculations, but with a lender who has done a credit pull, who has done the numbers, has determined your debt to income ratio, credit scores, all of that stuff. What they have determined your pre-approval number to be, I'm going to let them go, Florida standoff.
Yep.
What they have determined that number to be, and now we know where we can go shopping and what we can actually look for, and that really is critical in a time where we don't have a lot of time.
And isn't it?
Happy graduation!
Hey, congratulations, everyone. So one of the worst parts about there are so many great things about our job. Mm-hmm. One of the worst parts about our job is when when you talk to people and they have not set their own expectation for what they can afford, and then once they do get pre-approved, now they're disappointed. And it doesn't matter what the price point is. There are people who get pre-approved and they're like pre-approved for $700,000, and they're disappointed though because they've been looking at $900,000,
right.
and now everything that seemed like that's really a luxury is now feels like a necessity, and they're disappointed. If you get pre-approved at the beginning, now we know, and there's a price point out there for everyone to get things that you'll be thrilled with. Yeah. But if you don't set the expectation correctly, then that can be rough.
Right. Absolutely. I'm just going to pull into the amenity center. We haven't really talked about where we are yet. Do a quick little overview again. We're at Johns Lake Landing. Yep. 2 builders in here. You have MI Homes and David Weekley Homes are both in here. However, the MI section is essentially sold out, but David Weekley is getting ready to open up a new phase, their final phase. This is a wonderful community. It has a great landscape, a little bit hilly, overlooks to Johns Lake. And then this is their amenity center. It's a little bit smaller amenity center, but again, the reality is not that many people use the amenities.
Today they do.
They do. Look at that.
Hi everybody.
Hi,
they're
everybody.
having fun. It's like a party. It's nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so you have a nice little pool with cabana and bathrooms and a little playground and everything right around here. Yes,
2
sir.
more things on pre-approval.
Yes.
The market moves so fast right now. What am I risking? What's the danger of not being pre-approved if I'm out looking for homes this weekend?
Well, okay, so the market is so fast that if you don't have your pre-approval and you find the home that is destined to be yours, it might not actually be destined to be yours because there's no time then for you to get your pre-approval.
Right.
You know, people are like, oh, I've got my lender, and they said just call them when I find the house. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Get a pre-approval now. It doesn't have to be like, so this is what people are concerned with. They're like, well, if I get a pre-approval that says I'm pre-approved for $600,000 and the home we're getting is only, $540,000, is that going to be something where they're going to want to charge me more for the home because I'm approved for more? I'm like, no, that's not right now. What they need to see is that you are a good, solid,
in fact, that can be stronger.
Qualified buyer as opposed to someone who's right at that limit.
Yep.
Again, the way that we used to do real estate pre-pandemic is a little bit different. I mean, it's actually quite different. There's I don't know what it was, but man, she was hysterical. And, it used to be, we used to bid $50,000 under the asking price, and now it's like you got to start way above it. And I'm like, that is so spot on.
It's
not you have to go $50,000 above.
It's the Holderness family on YouTube.
Yes,
We'll put a link on
yes. Oh my gosh,
they're funny.
Hysterical. Love you. But yeah, I mean, that really hit a lot of truths with a lot of, kind of gut-wrenching reality to it. But at any rate, so yes, the reason you need to be pre-approved is so that we know what the number is, but it does go deeper than that in this particular real estate climate that we're in, which is that you kind of have to act quickly, and you don't have the extra time to even send an email to your lender to get the new updated letter.
Well, I'll give you an example today. Our friends from Missouri that are looking for a home, and they've had a couple offers they've submitted. One that, candidly, I put it in the spreadsheet as done. When they submitted the offer, it was the house they wanted. It was the strongest offer we've ever sent. I mean, it was so strong. Yeah. And I was like, okay, done. But as it turns out, they didn't get it. So, but they're looking at another house. Well, virtually, Yanil is out right now as we're recording this.
Thank you, Yanil.
Thanks, Yanil. Showing them a house that virtually, they're still in Missouri, and she's just showing them via FaceTime and things, and pictures and video. But we had to submit their pre-approval letter before they could show it.
Exactly. Yes.
So they couldn't even had a chance to show the home. And if they love it, if it's the house they want, they're going to need to put an offer in today because it's Saturday as we're taping this. Usually it's like, well, we're going to review offers Sunday evening. So if it's a multiple offer situation, they're going to have to get that offer in tonight. If they were not pre-approved, they would not have a chance to make an offer on the home.
They would have lost the opportunity.
So pre-approval, huge thing.
So absolutely. So big mistake number 1: get your finances in order. Get funds transferred to your account that you might potentially be expecting to use on the purchase of your new home. Get your pre-approval, and if it is cash, get that proof of funds letter, and then you'll be good to go.
So, by the way, we have resources for you, and we have really good people that you can call. You're not obligated to use them as your lender. but they are more than happy to pre-approve you for a certain amount so you can go out and look for houses. So you can always reach out to us.
They're able to pre-approve you for the amount that you're deemed to be pre-approved for.
Yes.
Yes.
What did I say?
It just sounded like
they'll pre-approve you for anything.
Yeah,
no. Yeah, they'll give you the amount. They'll let you know what your amount is, and they'll tell you what your home price amount. What do they give you? They give 2 numbers.
They give you your maximum purchase price amount and your loan amount, and then they will actually put whether or not you're doing a conventional with 20% down, or maybe they've done a loan, kind of a loan configuration that's slightly different based on your specific situation. But just kind of touching on that a little bit more, only because you brought up a really good point. A lot of people don't know how.
I did.
Wow. I love it.
First time ever. Nice.
So, no. So one of the things, people are a little concerned about pre-approvals. They don't understand how it works. So you brought up a really good point. So let me just give you a quick example of how it works. So if you were to get a pre-approval, the first thing is a quick phone call with the lender of your choice. And again, we have resources available to you. If you need help finding one that's local, you can go to your local bank. I always tell people, check with your local bank wherever you live. If it's out of state specifically, make sure you let them know, hey, thinking of buying a home in Florida. If I do a pre-approval with you, will you service a loan for a home I purchase in Florida?
Right.
The answer should be yes, but the answer can be no. So double check that before you go through all that paperwork. Okay, so it's a quick phone call. They're going to ask you specific questions. You're going to give them your social security number. And again, this is a private conversation between you and the lender. They're going to ask you whatever questions they're going to ask you. And then they're going to tell you they'll call you back in a few minutes. They'll pull your credit. They'll punch some numbers. And then they'll be able to come back and give you a conditional loan approval. Now, a conditional loan approval is a little bit different than a pre-qualification letter, because with a conditional loan approval, first of all, we don't know the house yet, right? We don't know the exact amount yet. And if you're closing with a home that's still going to be completed in 3 months from now, a lot can happen to your life financially in 3 months, So the conditional loan approval basically is saying, once you have submitted all of these supporting documents that we've asked for, that I know you have, bank statements, credit card statements, all the things that we were able to pull up on you through the powers of B that is the internet, and by pulling your credit. So that loan approval, though, that letter they're going to give to you essentially that day, in most cases. Remember, I am not a lender. I'm not giving you lending or financial advice. That's just some overview of how the process works.
But we do have resources, so ask us.
We do. Absolutely.
So let's talk about John's Lake Landing before we leave.
Yes.
And then we'll get to numbers 3 and I think 4 and 5 probably of mistakes that people are making.
Of more mistakes?
I think so. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to make mistakes these days because things move so fast.
Yeah.
But John's Lake Landing. So just tell me.
So again, John's Lake Landing, really nice community. So much of this is already exists. David Weekley was the original builder in here. In fact, we're going to be driving by their original model home back when they first opened. They sold out, and then MI Homes came in and joined them in the community, which was wonderful. I love it when there's multiple builders within one community, because it really helps the aesthetic of the community as well. It's not the same floor plan. You get some variety, and it just gives it a nice kind of overall feel.
Yep.
But anyway, so David Weekley was here, and then MI Homes came in and joined, and have some gorgeous homes on John's Lake. That's why it's called John's Lake Landing. It is in Clermont. Now you'll notice we've talked about communities like Hickory Hammock in Winter Garden. We've talked about communities like Twin Waters, and even Waterside in Winter Garden that also back up to John's Lake. Is a really big lake. Yeah. By the way, somebody out there right now doing some jet skiing out there.
Jet skis going on.
So it's definitely the boatable, skiable, you can really enjoy that lake. Yep. So up here on our left where you see the big flags, white flags and blue flags, those are the 2 model homes from the builders. We do have the model home tours available for you, and they are both absolutely amazing. So MI Homes has the Brookhaven, one of my most favorite one-story floor plans. It is gorgeous. I love that exterior elevation, which you can see it has the little arches on it on the front porch. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's the Brookhaven. And David Weekley has the Boulevard floor plan. The Boulevard, by the way, both of those are primarily one-story floor plans with bonus room options.
You want to go that way?
I'm going to go that way.
Cool.
So I'm going to go take a peek. We're going to go left, and we'll go through that back entrance of Waterbrooke, which is a Mattamy Homes community, while we go over the next mistakes.
Well, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to tell my story that I told about the Boulevard from last time. It'll be fast. She's like, oh God, I had to listen to this before.
Sorry.
Okay, so the thing, I told you absolutely the truth 10 videos ago about Hamlin. And when I hear Hamlin in my head, Hamlin, Amy had someone call the other day, and a sweet little girl gets on the phone, and she wanted to talk to Miss Amy real fast, and she got on the phone and she went, Hamlin. So we sent them the audio file so they could play that. But when I hear Boulevard, this is another true story, musical true story about the inner workings of my somewhat active brain. When I hear Boulevard, I think Jackson Browne, down on the boulevard, and that's all I know of that song, because it was on one of those, remember when we were kids, the scrolling album things, the collections, like, and Jackson Browne's The Boulevard, down on the boulevard, and I've heard that song, but that's all I know of the song. So if you say that to me, and if David Weekley ever builds the Boulevard in Hamlin, I am screwed. So it's good. Down on the Hamlin. It'll be fine now. Okay, I'm done with that's my thing. We're going to Waterbrooke. This is the back entrance to Waterbrooke.
This is the back entrance to Waterbrooke. I always like to go in the front entrance, but but this back entrance is a little bit easier for us to get to. So let's talk about another mistake they make.
Oh yeah, okay. So what is it?
I don't know.
I think we were the next one was they don't act quickly enough.
Yeah,
Ready to go.
Right. So so I mean, so I have a lot of clients. First of all, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nobody should feel pressured or rushed to make a decision that is probably the largest investment that they will ever make. So please understand that no one is rushing anyone. However, you have to know how quickly things go. So you don't have the same time that you used to ponder whether or not it's the right, opportunity for you. If you have doubts, probably not the right one. If you feel like, hey, this checks off all the boxes, it's the right area, it's the right price, or at least it checks off the majority of the box, that we're, and it doesn't check off the ones we were willing to compromise on. Yep. If it looks like it's a good fit, then you have to act within hours. So we put a townhome on the market yesterday morning, right? Yes, yesterday morning.
Well, as you're watching this, 2 days ago, but this Saturday.
So we put it on the market Friday morning.
Yep.
Immediately my phone starts going crazy with showing requests. I think we had like 10, was it 10?
10 in the first 4 hours.
10 in the first 4 hours. We had 2 offers. The third offer was coming in, and then we have more offers coming today. But that's how fast it happened. So the first offer came in about 5 hours after it actively went on the market. And that's really important because, the sellers are going to make their decision pretty quickly. They don't need to sit there and let it,
and they're good offers too, by the way.
They're good offers. And again, we talked before about, it's not under asking price. So it's, you just have to, and again, it's not so much a mistake. It's just, I wish people would know that there is a sense of urgency, and that if it's something that they really want, that you just, this is what I tell my clients. Take as much time as you need to think about it, but don't take more time than you need.
Right.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Yep.
I don't want you to feel rushed, but you got to make a decision one way or the other, because we got to move on. If this isn't it, we're moving on.
I say this to people all the time. We don't sell you on anything. We're not going to sell you on a house. We're not going to say, hey, you got to get in this house right away. But we also sometimes say that we sell real estate in Central Florida and reality. So, we're reality-based real estate professionals. And if we're telling you, hey, this offer is going to, if you want to make an offer.
It's the amenity center, by the way. I just wanted to drive by. This is Waterbrooke's amenity center.
Yeah, it's lovely. But if we say, hey, you need to make an offer in the next, 4 hours, sometimes it's like, okay, by the way, you need to promise to pay someone $500,000 for something, and you've got 4 hours to decide.
Yeah,
that's
tough.
Completely unfair and tough.
We agree.
But if that is the reality, then that's the reality. We're not going to I don't think we've ever pushed anyone because we're like, hey, I think if you give them a little nudge, we don't do that. We're here to help you. We're not here to make a sale. We're here to help you find your home. So
speaking of homes, here are the models. So this is the Crescent, which is actually their sales center. Then you've also got the Griffin, and you've got the Estero, and you have the Pensacola.
Pensacola is a very nice house.
Gorgeous.
They're all nice. But
they're all very nice. So you look over here. If you see to the right, kind of like right in front of us, and then off over to the right as well. So this is their next phase. So they've got their final phase coming as well. It's making a little bit more progress. But this is what you'll notice with new construction. This is what we're waiting on, people.
Yep.
We're waiting for them to get this ready. They can't sell it yet until it's ready. You know, it has to be like platted with the county. It has to be all legitimate land that they're able to contract on. So you sometimes have to be patient. If you look here, you can see that the roads are at least paved. So over here to our left, I just wanted to mention that this community also has townhomes.
Yes.
So very
beautiful town. I love the townhome model.
Oh, I do too. So very similar to like Hawksmoor and Winter Garden, where you have townhomes and those single family homes. The only difference is that this community does not have any rear entry garage style homes.
Ah. That's true. Hey, and by the way, for the rest of the drive, since my phone just filled up with this file, you won't be able to see out the right side of the car for the rest of the drive.
Great.
That's fine. I'm just, I'm doing so well lately.
Oh, man.
I'm doing really well.
It's okay.
But that's okay.
All right. So real quick, let's just kind of go over the last one, and then we'll end our tour as we kind of exit out of Waterbrooke.
Okay.
So the last thing is that some people are in panic mode.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say that that's a mistake. I mean, it can be a big mistake because it very much kind of piggybacks on the, making a decision relatively quickly, but it also means don't panic. Because I've got some clients, they're like ping-ponging all over because they just want to grab hold of something, and I totally understand it.
Understandable.
There are some people who are looking for like second homes or vacation homes, and so the urgency is not necessarily there like it is for other people that might technically be homeless at the moment. They've sold and closed on their existing home, and they're kind of living temporarily out of a hotel, like extended stay place, going, please, could somebody just accept our offer? Those cases, there's a little bit more of a sense of urgency, and the anxiety can be a little bit higher, but don't panic. Don't panic. It's okay. We're going to get you. So for instance, earlier, like before we started this tour, I got a text message from Rita, one of my fabulous builder contacts with Hanover Family Builders. Love them, love her. And the text message was a nice update on their community of Ardmore Reserve in Mineola. And we get the inside scoop sometimes.
What did it say, Amy?
That there's going to be some specking out of some inventories on some of the lots. So call me and I'll give you some information on that.
That's actually big news.
That's actually fantastic news. So, and I appreciate that because, I'm not the only one that gets those messages, but I guarantee you not everyone does.
Right.
It's just, there are people that we know, they know we have clients that are looking, and we bring people there all the time.
Yep.
So for my clients that are watching this that are interested in Ardmore Reserve over in Mineola, give me a text message, 407-848-8042. And if you're not a current client and you want to be, also text me on 407-848-8042. Yes, sir?
Well, I was just going to, I know you were wrapping up because it was such a nice natural point, and now I'm going to step all over it. I'm sorry.
But I had that planned out.
I know, it was beautiful. It was really good. We could just say bye now if you want, but
okay.
It's something really important to say, and it's really nice about you. Now, Amy
You gotta
is...
stop, because then it sounds like that each of these is like a little pitch for me or something.
Well, we are on YouTube trying to get people to call you. I mean, we're not like trying to play this. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We do want you to call. Just if you guys could all get together and decide which 10 of you are going to call, that'd be great. Anyway, in any case, we always say your house will come to you. It will happen. And on that subject of don't panic, Amy had a client that had been looking and looking and looking and looking, and we kept saying, it'll get there, we'll get there. And then, it comes up, hey, there's this one thing that's maybe coming back on the market, and all of a sudden there we go, hey, this is a perfect fit, and got the house. So that happens every week.
I would just like to tell you, I'm glad I didn't go. People that have turn signals on aren't always turning, my friends.
That's true.
Whoever that guy was.
Well, we're good. We're just hanging out with our friends.
We're hanging out, but it is Memorial Day weekend. Are you looking at this craziness?
Can I tell you one more thing?
What?
I'll do one more thing, and that's it. The biggest failure of me losing the disc on that other thing is we talked about a few of the people that watch the videos all the time.
Oh yes, we did.
And then I lost it. So we'll do more later. But Sydney, our friend Sydney.
Yes.
She watches the videos, and she comments while she watches the video.
I love that.
And so in her comment right now, it's going to go, oh my gosh, you mentioned me.
What if she doesn't though?
No, she will. Okay. Sydney, write Rosebud in the commentary. Okay, anyway, but we so sincerely appreciate you watching. Hopefully, we've told you some buyer mistakes, and that may have helped. We've shown you a couple of great communities, and now apparently we're going to sit in traffic. So Don't blame me. We were gonna. Oh, I thought you were blaming me. I was like, we were gonna sit in
You
traffic
lost
either way.
the disc. We had to repeat it
Oh,
because
that's
you
true.
lost the disc.
Everything is my fault. One final thought for the day. I've come to the conclusion that I look a lot like Barney Rubble, and it's making me sad. For me and for you.
Stop.
We took a picture with our friends the other day, and I looked at it, and
Daryl and Jen, we got to
we
have
love you.
this with them.
And I'll show you that picture, and tell me that I don't look like Barney Rubble.
Would you stop?
It's a little. No, I'm having a serious moment. And I know it doesn't sound serious because I'm saying I look like Barney Rubble, but I do. And no one wants to look like Barney Rubble. Anyway, I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking. Say goodbye.
Betty liked Barney. Call me
that was a
Betty.
marriage of convenience, Betty. Everyone knows.
All right.
She liked Mr. Slate. Everyone. I have no idea. I can't remember my Flintstones trivia. I'm sure there was Mr. Slate. I'm sure there was.
That was true.
Okay, I gotta be
All right,
done.
we gotta be done.
All right, goodbye.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and happy house hunting.